Reach high, aim high, and obtain. Welcome back to the TaylorIt world. Today was another errand day, as well as catch up with the fam. So we went to our normal dairy spot in Hamptonville and followed that up with a trip to the Shiloh store. Now right here is actually the fields between the farm where we get our dairy and the Shiloh store itself. You can see it was obviously corn season from all the corn that was planted, but it's quite a beautiful area. I absolutely love it. Obviously still out of respect for the farm where we get our dairy, I still did not film inside the store. However, you can still get a beautiful view of the community that is in Hamptonville. Again, more corn. It's obviously this season where they're going to be harvesting soon the corn because of the time of year they're at, and obviously the preparation for winter that's underway, as it will be coming up in just a few months. And they obviously, when it comes harvesting of the corn, it has to be in a very dry state. So we'll shortly be seeing all of the corn go completely brown, and then we'll see the fields just be completely without any corn, and it'll be almost naked in a sense. Coming up here, we're actually turning into the Shiloh store area itself. And I did do my best to actually have us do a pause to show you how they did such an add-on with the Shiloh store, because there was the original portion and then they did this huge add-on. So what you'll see here is the part where the roof dips and it's kind of inset. On the left side, that is actually the original store there. You can see how much smaller it is compared to the add-on they did. The add-on's more than double the size of what the original store was. And like I said, that took them months, and it felt like forever for them to do the add-on that is now reflective of the new Shiloh General Store and their new bigger sign. And one thing that I always love and that you'll see is people actually sit out on the front porch that wraps around the store as they sell different sandwiches and items that you can get inside. And it's just absolutely delicious to just sit out there and relax, and everybody just enjoys being in the community and touching base. It's just really a lot of fun. And you can see here, this is actually after we've left the Shiloh store. I was trying to get some horses for you guys on the road drawing the carriages, but sadly I still could only get them in the field. So I'm gonna do my best to time things, maybe a little bit different this coming week to hopefully get that for you guys, because it is just absolutely gorgeous. And the horses, you can absolutely see how happy the horses are and proud of themselves to be drawing the carriages, especially the younger horses. They are just absolutely playful. There's just something about seeing the horses and their personalities as they're on the road, and then next to them in the other lane going the opposite way is a car, and it's just a complete opposite between historical and modern transportation on the same road. It's always hilarious to kind of see that, but it's also so beautiful. I really love seeing the personalities of the horses, and fingers crossed I will get that for everyone this coming week, because I have to share just how beautiful that is to see and be a part of, even if it is for just a brief moment in time, to see that type of beauty, to be frank, and liveliness in the horses and in the community itself. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see there is a lot a lot of greenery, and I was happily able to, and it's coming up here in just a moment, I was able to get a few of the fields in Hamptonville that's on the main road near Shiloh, where there's actually some farmers that have their cows in the fields. And you can see it's just a huge group of just cows behind the fence, obviously, of the farmer's land. But it's very much of a farming community in Hamptonville. Whether they're Amish or not, it's very much farming. And you can see here, isn't it just, it's just beautiful. It's just a very, it kind of gives you the moment to just take a breather and just relax, is the best way to put it in the Hamptonville area. And that's one of the things we absolutely love about going to the Hamptonville area, is it's the catch up with the family, and at the same time it's just taking a pause in the day and just going back to a quieter, more calm time, because even the cars on the road, it's not abundant. There are some, but it's not a huge amount, because again, it's very much of a farming community, which means everyone's business is at their home pretty much there. I mean, I'm sure there's a few exceptions, but in general, because it is such a farming community, their home is where their business is conducted and at. So it makes a difference, and you can see it and feel it in the pace of how everything's done. It's just very laid back. Obviously, people are still getting their business done, but it's just nice to go there and just relax. Take a breather, enjoy the greenery, take a pause out of your day, and enjoy yourself. Now, one thing I was able to do as well for you guys, because I have mentioned that the farm where we get our dairy products is also located in stores like Whole Foods. I went, and as part of my errands day, because I had to go into Whole Foods, I says, I'm going to get you guys a picture of some of the products that the farm provides to the store. And you can see it's flagged as locally sourced on the price. We also went to the Myers greenhouse in Winston-Salem, where we picked up some plants because we love their non-GMO organic products. You can see Daddy's excited.
What you getting?
I'm gonna get some magic.
You gonna get some broccoli? Actually, I think you got the destiny, not the magic.
Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted too.
Oh, you want both?
Wait a minute here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to be careful, because a lot of times they'll overlap. Now, see that right there? There's nothing in that hole. Now, wait a minute. Hold it. There is too. Look at that.
It's just bent over.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, didn't you want some magic, you said?
No, this is fine.
You just want the destiny then?
Yeah, I think I'll go with.
Well, it's 4 days less.
I suppose you're going. I went with it. Let's see here. The pak choy. They only had pak choy this year. I'm going. If I think about it, I'm going to ask them about bok choy.
Bok choy?
I prefer the bok choy. The pak choy just didn't grow as well as the bok choy.
Okay. Sugar snap peas. No, like that.
Okay, all these, yeah, it's a little late in the season. It's a little late in the season to be able to get these to actually produce. And if I wanted to pepper, I could probably just pick one off. And I don't want to do that, so.
Shallots, onions, leeks, beets, spinach.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage. You see cabbage? Did I bypass it?
Rutabaga. Kale. I don't see cabbage.
Maybe it's too late. Oh, here it is.
There we go. Cabbage collards, cabbage stone, cabbage celery, red cabbage. I don't like red cabbage. Oh,
I love red
cabbage
cabbage.
early flat Dutch.
That's 75 days. This is 50.
Oh, that's 50. So you're getting the cabbage stonehead?
Yeah. Okay, carrots.
4-inch root, strong tip. Bright orange, very sweet.
Yeah, I'm not going to get them.
Because they're only 4 inches. That's smaller than my foot.
Well, yeah, but I've got them already growing. Okay. I don't know, but that looks like a asparagus.
Is there no sign?
There's no sign, but if it's asparagus, I'd like to get 4 or 5 or 8.
There's some Greek oregano. Ooh, something over here smells delicious, and I don't know what it is.
I don't smell it.
Well, do these look like the same thing?
No, that's a type of asparagus that you don't eat.
Oh.
But I think this right here.
Oh, Dad, isn't that the sign? No, that's a different sign.
I'm gonna take one now.
Yes. And this is only the inside.
This is a bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea
does not grow in this zone.
But it's been sold.
And, well, exactly. And it's just like all the nurseries everywhere. They sell oranges and temperatures that are down below 0 and everything else. If people will buy it,
they'll sell it.
They'll sell it.
This is the outdoor area of the greenhouse. You can see there's very much plants inside, outside. It obviously depends on the type of plant and what it is able to tolerate. So you will find that the inside, it's very much interconnected, except for the overflow area where they actually do the initial growing of the plants. And then they have the outside area that's not in the greenhouse type area. And that's where they have the plants that obviously don't require greenhouse conditions, but they're still beautiful and it still provides you opportunities to have outdoor plants. They're a really great resource. Just be aware, if you go there, you better have cash, because it is basically a cash only system. And there's the overflow of all the greenhouses that they have on the side that are not open to the public, and that's where they start the initial seedings of their plants that they then ultimately sell. The next place we're going, I'm excited to share, is where we get our eggs, and it's from the farmers. And the best part is, because they haven't been washed and they haven't been put in the fridge, but let's be frank, even though they haven't been washed, the chickens are taken care of in such a way that they don't look like you wouldn't want them. They just look like they need a little bit of cleaning and you're ready to go. Inside the store, there's actually an old scale there, and you can actually trigger it, and you can see all the mechanisms showing and everything there, which is so cool. You just step on it and it just starts moving the dial, because it's one of the really old scales that they obviously still have in use. It's pretty fascinating. The Clemens Milling Company is clearly a blend of old world and current world because it was built back in the 1920s. And there's a plaque outside on a post that shows the history of this building. And it's beautiful to see areas where that history of the area or building is being recognized and shown so that people really can take a moment and pause and say, wow, this happened there. And you can see that the outside and the inside of the building is very much a blend of the original structure and setup plus the current requirements of the business as well. So there is feeds, there is different farming and agricultural items in the building, clearly, and love the eggs. Can't say enough about how fabulous the eggs are. But on the positive, it's just nice to go into a building in a farming community and take a breather. And you just feel that immediate drop of the hustle bustle of the modern era time requirements and environment we live in nowadays versus going into a farming community that's just very take a breather, everybody's helpful, let's just relax, and everything's pretty much accessible. Or if it's not, they're very helpful if you ask questions in these farming communities and say, well, I'm looking for this or I'm trying to find that. And they'll say, well, you know what? You might want to check out here. Or let me give you the name and number for that location. Let me give you the name, number, and address. And they're so helpful so that if you're trying to find something that maybe you're not initially seeing, but you know what you're looking for, they'll help you. And that's what we've actually been doing for a while since we came into North Carolina, is trying to find those locations and trying to find those resources. And we're finally at the point where we know pretty much where to go to get the things that we're looking for, which is awesome. This is our haul today, if that's what you want to call it, from the Amish farm. We always go in and we get heavy cream, and that's to make our yogurts, butter, and other items. My dad today, he ran out of his chocolate ice cream. So he had to get the chocolate ice cream that he usually goes a week or so running. And then I purposely got this toasted coconut container of ice cream because this is the smallest size they sell, so that you can see how small you can get it. And it's just a little sample size that a lot of people like to get and then take to go. And what you can also do with this particular version of theirs is put my chocolate sauce on it that hardens. And it's the equivalent of tasting an Almond Joy, but a frozen ice cream Almond Joy. And it's absolutely delicious. We also buy raw milk. And then at the Shiloh store with the Amish, we buy our raw honey. And that to us is a very big deal. My grandfather used to be a beekeeper. My dad at one point was a beekeeper. So we know the importance of having raw honey for cooking and food in the family. Now, we also did a run to Whole Foods because they also carry this dairy as well from the Amish. And I will show you a photo of that, but also to get our dill so that I can put it in my dehydrator. We love dill, and I'm looking to make my ranch dressing recipe for you guys, but it requires fresh dill, and we ran out. So we went to the store and purposely bought this fresh dill so that I can put in the dehydrator. It can be in the dry state that we need. We also got some organic zucchini because my dad makes these fabulous fried zucchini pieces that are just delicious. And we have to post that video for you guys because it's just, oh my goodness, especially with my ranch dressing. It just all comes together and it's fabulous. And of course, our mozzarella cheese, because we have some other recipes that require mozzarella cheese. That is delicious. And that's our haul from today's errands.